Well, the David Zaslav bloodbath continues at Warner Discovery. We're seeing purges of complete TV shows. We've seen the even stuff that's on the drawing board for several different networks, including the TBS TNT and the CW network, are being canceled. David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Discovery, wants to, I think it was like about $3 billion. He wants to cut the fat down to $3 billion. He wants to get rid of on as far as costs. And I don't blame him. There's a lot of waste and misuse in this company. He's gotten it at a point, that, whether it's the TV series, movies, all over across the board, he has issues. Now, we had discussed before on the TBS and TNT that they're going to be cutting scripted shows. And we discussed, the couple of the Last OG and a couple of other series that have been canceled. And there's two particular ones. One of them is American Dad. We're not certain what's going to be going on with that. A lot of people have said in comments line, well, they've gotten a 2-year contract. It doesn't matter whether they have the 2 years or not. It can be canceled. Ask Tosh 1.0 or 2.0, whatever, on Comedy Central. He's gotten his, cancellations as well as happened to him. Contracts can be canceled. Nobody doesn't mean that, it's 100% guaranteed. The shows are not 100% guaranteed. And here's one that it wasn't guaranteed either. I didn't finish the last season 3, this has been okay. The Snowpiercer series to end with season 4 on TNT. And we're going to read a little bit of this from Deadline. Snowpiercer will be pulling into the station. The post-apocalyptic drama, upcoming 4th season, which is in production, will be its last. I hear the cast options were coming up and were not picked up, releasing the actors to book other jobs. We can confirm that Snowpiercer will end after a successful multi-season run on TNT. And see, this one was successful. It did, according to TNT, it did well. A spokesperson for the network said in a statement to Deadline that its talented writers, actors, and crew took an extraordinary premise and brought it to life in thrilling ways. It was critically acclaimed and had a significant impact on the post-apocalyptic genre, and now remains in the hearts and minds of fans forever. And, based on the Bong Joon-ho 2013 movie, Snowpiercer premiered as the #1 scripted drama of ad-supported cable in 2020. That should be telling you a lot. Ido Goldberg, Kate McGinnis, Rowan Blanchard, David Diggs, Jennifer Connelly, and Robert Urbani star in the series. Who in season 4 cast additions include Clark Gregg and Michael Aronoff. Snowpiercer season 4 executive produced by new showrunner Paul Zawinski, Christopher Shui, and Marty Adelstein and Becky Clemens of Tomorrow Studios. The thing is, with Snowpiercer, as decent as a series as it was, the ratings may have not been the greatest. It had drifted down. Originally, it was scoring about almost 1 million on there, but it started coming down in season 3. Like I said, I haven't seen season 3. We're seeing its numbers down to CW numbers, actually. You would guess that this is why the network decided to end with season 4 as far as that. This is a series that, I think it's gone to its lifespans. It's like, how much more can you do on this? I mean, I know there's a lot of stories that you could have done. Season 1 was really good. I did enjoy season 1. Season 2, when you brought in the second train, for those of you spoilers on there, there's more than one train out there, which in the original book there was on there, but I think that was too much information to bring in. And I would have left it as a series finale that a second train showed up on there, or left it as a spin-off. But the original movie was fantastic. If you've not seen the original Snowpiercer movie, it is a fantastic film. Well done. A lot of surprises in that, especially the way it ended. And, how can you go any further? I mean, this is sort of like Train to Busan, but without the zombies, mind you. I mean, as good as this series was, however you want to put it, this is what's happening at Warner. Warner is killing everything possible. What is going to be left of the Turner channels, the TNT, TBS? Is one of them going away? I wouldn't be surprised at that. Mostly you're going to see a lot of sports and reality shows, but they're also canceling reality shows. There was a dating show, I think, for TBS or TNT that was canceled as well right before air. I mean, it was supposed to, I think it was going into production or was in production, and then they just shut it down. And that shows you, don't matter whether you got that signature on the dotted line, that signature can be, torn up. It doesn't matter to the situation. It can be torn up, and, this is where we go with these series. So like I said, American Dad could be next. Don't be surprised. My suggestion is move it to Adult Swim. You will get a better viewership because it's not doing well on TBS, really. I think it's, if anything, the biggest mistake, it was hidden at TBS. Warner should have moved it to Adult Swim with the new episodes. That would have increased viewership, where you need the viewers at Cartoon Network. I mean, the network itself in total has been collapsing for several years now. There's not much watching on that. I mean, free episodes of Coco Melon on YouTube or on Pluto TV or any other places have outviewed some of the shows that are on the Cartoon Network brand. Is Toonami doing as good? Hey, listen, I can get my anime fix from Hulu, Midnight Pulp, a couple of other places, some of them free, believe it or not. I can get, the Midnight Pulp is a mixed service, which is part of Retro Crush. They have a free tier, and then they have the free tier has an advertisement, and then they have a pay tier, which is for some of the movies and shows that they're showing on there of a particular content. And basically, it doesn't cost much. I think it's around $5-6 a month, which is similar to what Shudder charges as well. Shudder doesn't have a free tier, but they charge about the same. It's not much. It's a couple of bucks a month. The best of the streaming sites out there are free individually. I mean, like I've talked before, Tubi TV, the dark horse right now. You got Tubi TV, you got Crackle, you've got Pluto TV, you got Zumo, Midnight Pulp, and a couple of others that are out there. And then you have some sites that are low pay sites like Shudder, the other half of Midnight Pulp, and BritBox that don't charge much but have a ton of content to give out there. I mean, you don't really need to pay $20 a month for Netflix. I mean, really. I mean, if you're only watching certain things on Netflix, you could skip it and go to the high seas or wait for it to pop up elsewhere. You don't need it straight out, because basically, to charge $20 a month now, I mean, that is ridiculous. That is really ridiculous now on there for a site. And this is the same thing with a lot of other sites, if you're paying more for that. I suggest, if you want certain content, stay to the low sites, stay to the free sites, because, they're making deals. Tubi just made one with Lionsgate for a lot of content, new content and old. So you're going to be seeing a lot more content on Tubi from Lionsgate, you know. So we're going to have to bid farewell when it comes to the points of Snowpiercer and what's going to happen next to the TBS TNT brand name. Comment as you wish, subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.